Hello, and today I have a report for you. A post from the Gateway Pundit written by now retired Colonel Lawrence Sellen claims to have evidence that this novel virus originated from a vaccine program gone wrong. Please watch this to the end, as I feel this is of utmost importance. Let's start with what a live attenuated vaccine is. This type of vaccine utilizes a weakened form of the virus that has had its replication ability hindered, but yet still strong enough to promote an immune response. The measles, mumps and rubella vaccines, as well as the chickenpox vaccine, is this type of vaccine, as using a weakened version theoretically has a stronger response and can last a lifetime. Something of additional importance is that the modified virus clears the system quickly so as to not have any chance of mutating. This is achieved by installing circuit breakers. These breakers can also be identified when examining the genome, and can be an indication of it being artificially manipulated. Here's where it gets interesting. An interferon is a protein manufactured by a host cell to strengthen its antiviral defense. Manufactured vaccines include a sensitivity to this protein in its genome as a safety measure, to try and ensure the weakened viral load doesn't infect the host cell, and thus stops replication. An independent study showed that SARS-CoV had little effect when interferons were introduced after 48 hours. In contrast, with SARS-CoV-2, within 48 hours, the viral load lessened. This shows clear hypersensitivity to this protein that wasn't in the first strain of SARS. The next interesting point I have is the discovery of synonymous mutations. A synonymous mutation is a change in the DNA sequence that codes for amino acids in a protein sequence, but does not change the encoded amino acid. For example, GGT, GGA, GGC, and GGG all code for glycine. Any change in the third position of the codon, as in A to G, will result in the same amino acid being incorporated in the protein sequence at that position. These mutations are supposed to de-optimize the virus vaccine, so it has less of a chance of replicating. The most interesting find is the presence of a furin polybasic cleavage site. The polybasic cleavage site is a proteolytic excision site utilized by cellular proteases that activate a wide range of precursor proteins. Studies show that it is necessary for viral pathogenicity, virulence, and interspecies transmission. Here is an image that shows the amino acids at cleavage sites in the spike glycoproteins of various coverses. A furin site is present in the spike glycoprotein of HCOV-OC43, HCOV-HKU1, MERS-CoV and SARS-CoV-2. It is called a multibasic site because it contains multiple basic, arginine, amino acids. The spike glycoproteins of HCOV-NL63, HCOV-229E, and SARS-CoV do not contain this multibasic cleavage site. Neither do SARS-related CoVs found in bats, including rat EG13, the virus with the closest overall genome sequence identity with SARS-CoV-2. This suggests that this was possibly a nasal spray vaccine due to the furin polybasic cleavage site that isn't found in any other type of coronavirus. With the Pirbright Institute and the Wuhan Institute both gaining patents on the usage of coronavirus in vaccines, and a virus seemingly originates just a couple miles from the only biosafety lab in that area, it seems highly likely this was a vaccine experiment gone wrong. In other news, they are also studying to see if they can manufacture a self-spreading vaccine. In other words, a modified virus that is strong enough to trigger an immune response and be spread easily, but the virus itself doesn't trigger a physical response that is flu-like symptoms. Obviously, you can see where this can go horribly wrong. With all that has come out on this new virus and all the studies, I highly implore you to do your own research and try to understand the complex terminology the science community utilizes. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.